which happened over there in France on Friday the 13th, y'all don't seem to realize that what? This and stuff going on here in America, domestic and foreign, it was prophesied that was going to happen before it even took place. Especially to this country, which pretends to be what? A beautiful woman, very well adorned, right? Dressed up nice. This country is like a nice, beautiful woman, but really, on the inside, she's nothing but vile and corrupt. She's actually a whore or a harlot, done up to make you think that she's a lovely housewife.
Is this recorded?
Now, America has to bear her sins for what she's done. From the inception of this country to even what we see right now, and what she's pervaded as far as her ideology across the world. And how funny how the president is so hypocritical when he talks about how precious humanity is when it came to the French people dying. But you had 47 that died in Beirut on Thursday, and how come their lives weren't precious? How come he didn't give a speech about those lives over there in the Middle East? So clearly, unless you get down with American democracy, your life isn't precious. You're not part of humanity. Zechariah 7 and 12. Like I said, it's so funny. They tell us, right? Never forget 9/11. They tell us never forget 9/11. But they say what? Forget about 2003, bombs over Baghdad. Women and children killed, right? With no guns in their hand. But it just so happened they don't look like you. They don't dress like you. They don't worship like you. So their lives don't matter as much. Right? Lives don't matter, right? They keep talking about this Black Lives Matter business. And you want to co-opt the movement and say, no, blue lives matter for the police. They want to say all lives matter, right? Because it's Babylon. But now, we're not black, one. But two, in God's eyes, our lives do matter. Why? Because the Most High said we're more precious than gold. Now, brother man, let me ask you a question. Do you believe we're more precious than gold in God's eyes? Do you believe that? You said you're going to stay out of it? I'm just asking you a question. There's no in or out. We already in reality. We're dealing with it every day and every night. I mean, you say you're going to stay out of it, but there's no option for us. We can't turn off our skin. We can't turn off oppression, right? 24/7. So let me ask that again. You believe that we are more precious than gold? But now, according to who? According to yourself. Okay, so now, according to who else? Because the thing I notice is, anytime I'm on a highway or driving around, I look at billboards, or watch the TV, or listen to the music, I'm not getting that I'm more valuable than gold. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting at what? My people are killers. I'm getting at my people are thieves. I'm getting that my people are the derelicts of society. To watch out, to cross the street anytime you see somebody that just so happens to look like me. That's what I get. But see, like I said, my people are sound asleep in these last days, sadly. They don't realize that we are at war, right? We're at war. Physical, mental, spiritual warfare.
War!
Right?
War!
But because you don't have a gun in your face, day in and day out, you don't think that you're at war. You only feel like you're at war if you're in a Mike Brown situation, right? Or in a situation like any one of my other brothers had gotten caught up in dealing with police. But you don't seem to realize that the warfare is on different layers, different levels. You got the political warfare, you got economic warfare, right? You got cultural warfare, trying to get you to compromise your own values, beliefs, and attitudes, right? To corrupt you, to have you adopt a set of ideals that were never yours to have, that you were never supposed to have. To where now you grow up in a society, grow up in a system thinking that tattoos are normal, that smoking and getting high is normal, that same-sex marriage, interracial marriage is normal, right? Now you're the weird one due to conditioning, due to propaganda, through media. You now have been conditioned to think, oh, you're weird if you don't accept gay marriage. You're weird if you don't accept interracial marriage. But now what was the order? What was the foundation? What was the standard set up by the Heavenly Father. We bring these things up, we're called racist. We say, no, y'all shot first. Y'all got a German dude, a German so-called anthropologist called Blumenbach. He's the guy that came up with racism, but you don't talk about him in his philosophy. But now we point out the results of racism, and we're called racist. Whereas what? All we're doing is what? Exposing the lie from the truth. And you want to hold us accountable for perpetrating the lie. You try to determine racism by the shape of your skull in 5 basic categories. But that's where you get your racism of today. But now, racism isn't in the Bible, but nationality is. Racism happens every day, brothers and sisters. Racism happens every day, but it may not be called racism. Like you taking your hard-earned dollar and spending it in a store that's owned by someone that looks like you, or of your nationality, or in your community. That's everyday racism. Or you deciding to give a loan as a loan officer at the bank, or you